Maybe you're thinking of moving to Alberta, just like the other 1 million people that are projected to move to Alberta within the next 5 years. Or maybe you're looking to relocate within Alberta, and you want to know which city you should move to. Well, in this video, I'm going to compare Lethbridge versus Calgary, and I'm going to rank these cities out of 7. So by the end of this video, you should have a better understanding of the differences between these two cities to see which one would be better for you and your family. My name's Kurtis Hawkins, and I'm a realtor located right here in Lethbridge, Alberta. And I make a ton of videos about Lethbridge. I have a monthly market update, a podcast. I post home tours of all my listings. So if you're interested in any of that sort of thing, be sure to subscribe. But anyway, let's get into this video. Starting off with population, this is a hard one to actually rank between the two cities because they are so different. Calgary is Alberta's largest city and has a population of now 1.66 million people, and that's grown by 1.5% year over year. While Lethbridge has a population of just 107,000 and has grown a whopping 2.36% year over year. Why is Lethbridge grown almost double than the pace of Calgary? Well, it might be due to the housing costs and some other factors like, well, we'll actually talk about those and I'll just hold those off right there. We're going to talk about them in a second, but just wait to hear these other comparisons and you're going to find out shortly. When it comes to the population of these two cities, both cities are growing. However, Calgary is about 16 times the size of Lethbridge, which could be a pro or a con for you. Obviously, if you're looking for that big city life, Calgary is going to be the place for you. But if you're looking for a smaller, laid-back type of city, then I would highly consider Lethbridge. But for this category, both cities get half a point because one could be better than the other just depending on what type of city you're looking for. So Calgary is located close to the world-famous Banff National Park that has breathtaking views, there's hiking trails, and of course, fantastic eats. This place is gorgeous, and my wife and I used to go up there from Lethbridge almost once a month to go camping, to go exploring in some of the most beautiful landscapes in the entire world. Now, in the opposite direction of Calgary, just about an hour and a half drive is Drumheller, which is home to the highest concentration of dinosaur fossils in the entire world, which is a pretty cool place, and the landscape is incredible. Again, my wife and I used to be travel vloggers, and we spent an entire weekend in Drumheller, so if you want to see that video, I'll link it right here. Lethbridge, however, isn't that much further from these locations than Calgary, as we are just located 2 hours south of Calgary. And let me tell you that Lethbridge is full of maybe lesser known areas, but are just as gorgeous and honestly less populated than those closer to Calgary. Lethbridge is actually home to around 7 national historic sites and has some incredible access to some of the most diverse landscapes, I would say probably in Canada. Here we're close to Waterton Lakes National Park, which is a dark sky preserve and is like a little bit mini version of Banff. There's also Writing on Stone, which is full of crazy unique hoodoos, and you can even be in the heart of the prairies and visit Head Smashed In Buffalo Jump, where you can see how the indigenous peoples of the land in Alberta used to hunt their buffalo. Or you can head out to the Crow's Nest Pass for skiing, hiking, camping, you name it, only about an hour and a half away. This is not a national or provincial park, so there's much more freedom when it comes to random camping and quadding, etc. Both of these cities are situated in pretty fantastic locations, and they both have access to some pretty great outdoor amenities. So in this category, Lethbridge and Calgary split another point. Before we talk about the weather, if you're planning on moving to Lethbridge or Calgary, down in the description below is a link to sign up for auto email listings. All you have to do is enter your desired criteria, and the first email you get will be every listing currently available, and every email after that will be any new listing that hits the market, so you never miss one. But anyway, let's get back to the video. So with these cities being so close to each other, the climates are pretty similar, and both cities do get those Chinook winds. Now, what's a Chinook wind? Well, a Chinook wind is a westerly wind that comes in over the west, over the mountains, and blows over the prairies, specifically in the summer months, and basically come in and they warm us up and melt all of our snow during those winter months. However, there still are some differences. Calgary's average temperature in the summer is about 22 degrees with an average of 8 days of rain per month. And the average winter temperature is minus 13 with an average about 4 snow days per month. Calgary also has an average of 333 days of sunshine per year that actually ties Lethbridge. But the average winter temperatures in Lethbridge is a bit warmer than Calgary, with the average winter temperature being around minus 11 and only an average of 2.5 snow days per month. And the Lethbridge average summer temperature is a bit higher at 25 degrees and an average of only 5 rain days per month. So in general, Lethbridge is usually about 3 to 4 degrees warmer on average than Calgary on any given day, and we also tie them in the average amount of sun days per year, which is 333 days. For this category, as Lethbridge is slightly warmer, Lethbridge barely wins this category, but a full point to Lethbridge. For amenities, this category is pretty much a blowout. Just with Calgary's sheer population difference, Calgary has access to almost any big city amenity that you could ask for. And there's large shopping malls, there's outlet malls, there's a professional sports team, Go Flames, there's large community centers, and a booming downtown core, and the list goes on. Lethbridge, however, is about 16 times smaller than Calgary, like I mentioned, and we do have everything you need. But our main amenities that are the big draws to Lethbridge is the fact that we have over 260 kilometers of walking and hiking trails throughout the city. We also have more park space per capita than anywhere else in Alberta. Lethbridge does have a WHL team here, and we do have access to concerts, but of course, nothing like Calgary. So if there is a big concert that we want to go to, my wife and I will usually have to drive up to Calgary and spend the night. We also have the second largest YMCA in Canada, that of course is trumped by the Brookfield YMCA seated in Calgary. Thank you, Calgary. Appreciate it. Stealing our thunder. So yes, Calgary does have way more amenities. However, with the city being so big, you're likely not going to take advantage of all those amenities on a regular basis because of those longer commute times. Whereas in Lethbridge, you have access to the entire city and all of its amenities, with everything being within a 10 to 15 minute drive at the max. But in this category, when it comes to amenities, Calgary still wins this point. So Calgary's economy has historically been based in the oil and gas sector, and is what the city has leaned on for the past 20 plus years. However, as of recently, Calgary has been trying to diversify itself by attracting new tech startups to the city. However, you are more likely to notice those bigger boom and bust cycles in the economy that closely follow oil and gas prices. Calgary's unemployment rate sits at about 8.1% as of right now, which is significantly higher than Lethbridge's 6.6%. Now, Lethbridge's economy is more diverse and does not rely on oil and gas whatsoever. Lethbridge's economy revolves more around agriculture and manufacturing, with the biggest employers actually being Alberta Health Services and the education sector, like the University of Lethbridge and the Lethbridge College, which are all very stable and translates into our incredibly steady housing market. For this category, due to our low unemployment and our stable, diversified economy, Lethbridge definitely wins this point. So Calgary's crime rate is actually pretty impressive, and according to Area Vibes, the violent crime rate is 22% lower than the national average, but the property crime rate is 7% higher than the national average. The Lethbridge crime rate, on the other hand, according to the same website, claims that Lethbridge has a 134% higher national crime rate than the national average. However, in 2023, Lethbridge was also ranked in the top 10 safest communities in Canada. This is due to the crime rate in Lethbridge mostly being nonviolent, and we also have the highest police to citizen ratio in Canada, which means there's at least one police officer for almost 8.9 citizens, which actually seems like a crazy number. That seems like too many police officers. Like, if you go to the mall, every 8 person you count is supposed to be a cop. It doesn't seem like kind of crazy to you? I don't know. I guess that makes us a safe city. Anyway, in the same article of Lethbridge being in the top 10 safest cities, Calgary didn't even crack the top 10 and were ranked number 20. Although the stats are on Calgary's side and the safest city ranking is in Lethbridge's corner, let's split this point between Calgary and Lethbridge, and each city gets half a point again. Okay, so coming into the final category, this is where things get really interesting. As of filming this video for 2024, the average detached home price in Calgary was a whopping $852,000, while Lethbridge's average detached home price was $433,000, half of what Calgary cost. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Now, Calgary saw a 15% increase in home sales prices in 2023, while Lethbridge only saw a 12.5% increases in home prices in 2023. Both cities grew at an incredible speed last year. However, Lethbridge is still one of the most affordable housing markets in Canada, and at the pace Calgary is growing, what used to be an affordable city probably won't be for long. So for this reason, Lethbridge undoubtedly gets another point. So in total, Lethbridge comes out on top with a score of 4.5 and Calgary gets 2.5, which seems pretty harsh, but remember that these points are pretty meaningless. This video is here to help you and your family make a decision on which city would be best for you and your family. At the end of the day, Calgary and Lethbridge are both great cities, and depending on what the lifestyle you're looking for and what's more important to you, you can't go wrong either way. But since I am in Lethbridge, I will say that if you're looking for a fantastic city to get outdoors, you're looking for a big town, small city type of feeling with some of the best affordability so you can purchase your own property, then I believe that Lethbridge would be a great fit for you. So if you guys like this video and think I missed anything about either of these cities, please leave a comment down below. I would love to hear them. And if you want to see comparisons of other cities around Alberta, or you want to learn more about Lethbridge, then just hit that subscribe button right here, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Goodbye.